Good evening everybody and welcome to our celebration evening for our class of 2020. 2020 has been an exceptional year for many reasons, not least the exceptional results that our class of 2020 achieved this summer, the best ever in the college's long history dating back to 1974. They achieved a 99.9% pass rate on A level, with 60% at grades A star, A and B. 100% pass rate on vocational A levels, with 95% of our extended diploma students achieving grades A star, A or B equivalent. This placed our class of 2020 in the top 10% nationally for student progress on advanced level qualifications. We are incredibly proud of these young people and these fabulous results achieved in the most difficult of circumstances. I know as parents that you are incredibly proud of them too. So we did not want the difficult circumstance still being presented by COVID-19 to prevent us from celebrating these fabulous results. We are sorry we are not able to do this from the grandeur of Huddersfield Town Hall this year. But we have decorated our street for this very special evening, as witnessed by our college colour coordinated Christmas tree here behind me, so that we can celebrate our class of 2020 from the grandeur of Huddersfield New College, hoping sincerely that when this difficult time passes, which it will, our class of 2020 will come and visit us at the college, so that we can celebrate with them in person and wish them well for the future. In the meantime, we hope this virtual celebration will suffice, allowing you to enjoy proceedings from the comfort of your own home. But before you do sit back to enjoy the proceedings, I would just like to share with you one of my silver linings from this global pandemic year. I think the global pandemic and the difficult circumstance we've all found ourselves in has led to more kindness between people. I simply have to look at the donations in college this year for the Welcome Centre Food Bank as evidence of this. The food bank bin is overflowing. I really hope that this kindness between people outlives the global pandemic, because it genuinely has made the world globally, nationally, and in our college a better place. So if I'm allowed to make one last request of our class of 2020, as they move on from the college to their futures, my request would be this: if you can be anything, be kind. Thank you. Enjoy the rest of the very special celebration evening. I will hand over now to my Deputy Principal Marcus, who will be your guide through this evening. Enjoy.
Good evening, everyone. Our first set of prizes is our subject and progress prizes. The subject prize is awarded to the student who has achieved the highest level in that subject, and the progress prize is awarded to the student who has worked exceptionally hard, consistently throughout the course, and often in the face of a great personal challenge. These prizes are decided by teachers within our academic departments, and to announce the winners, our heads of department will come up in turn. So that I can welcome up our first head of department to announce the prizes for business, economics, travel and tourism. Head of department, Paula Husband.
Hi, I'm Paula and I'm Head of Department for Business, Travel and Economics. And firstly, I'd like to say thank you and well done to all of our students who studied these three subjects. My team send the warmest wishes to you all, and we hope that you've been able to make some progress with your career since moving on from us. It's been a difficult year for everybody, but for us as teachers, we've lost a lot by not completing the year with you all. These are times we'll never forget, but I hope you can all look back on your 20 months with us at HNC with pleasure and fondness. It's been really difficult to narrow down our choices, but we feel the students given the awards are all very deserving. Our first award is for A-Level Business Studies, and the subject award goes to Hannah Jackson. So I nominated Hannah as she's an amazing learner with a genuine passion for the subject and considerable insight into the world around us. With Hannah, everything was completed to the highest level, and she was an amazing support to all our other learners in the group. Our Progress Award goes to Connor Barron. Will nominated Connor, and he said he was one of the hardest working students he's come across. His work was always completed to the highest standard. Connor made such strong progress, he took advantage of the support offered, and this allowed him to make significant progress, and hence the award. Our next two awards are for our Business Subsidiary Diploma, and both of these were nominated by ASIP. Our Subject Award goes to Emilia Warden. Amelia was an independent, resourceful student who demonstrated a great deal of initiative and strength of character. She was incredibly focused and very supportive of her peers. Our Progress Award goes to Benjamin Mckinney, and Benjamin also worked to a very high standard throughout his course. He paid meticulous attention to detail and really stretched himself in everything that he did. His work ethic was second to none. Our third award is the Business Diploma course, and this was nominated by James, Natalie and Claire. Our Subject Award goes to Millie Rose Bradwell. Millie consistently produced work at the very highest standard. She was cooperative and always ready to offer her thoughts and opinions and share her ideas. The teacher saw a very talented individual in Millie and are absolutely certain that she'll go on to really brilliant things in her career. Our Progress Award goes to Amina Ali. And Amina joined us on our Level 2 business course, so spent 3 years with the department. And through this time, she's one of our most hard-working and dedicated students, putting in a significant amount of time and effort to make progress. And this allowed her to achieve the highest grades on her course. As teacher said, it was a real pleasure getting to know her over these 3 years. Our fourth award in business is the Extended Diploma. So these are people who spent all of their study time in the department. A Subject Award goes to Kate Messenger. Kate was an exceptional student and her work ethic was second to none. She showed an in-depth understanding of business concepts and her work was always of an excellent standard and beautifully produced. She was pleasant and friendly and very supportive of others. I had the pleasure of going to Dublin with Kate and she was superb there in the work that she produced. Our Progress Award for Extended Diploma in Business goes to Riza Hussain. And Riza joined us on our Level 1 course in Vocational Studies and spent 4 years with our department. He was determined to achieve at Level 3 and to move on to study further. His commitment to his studies and his strong work ethic from day one in the college ensured he made progress from Level 1 to Level 2 to achieving distinction grades at Level 3. It shows his resilience and strength of character in what he's achieved. Our next award is for A-Level Economics, and this was nominated by Darryl. Darryl's nominated Noah Hudson for our Subject Award. And he said, Noah, you're a truly academic student who could always articulate your economic views to an outstanding standard. Noah had an incredible ability to ask thought-provoking questions and clearly demonstrated an in-depth understanding and passion for economics. The Progress Award goes to Mark Sugden. Mark had an outstanding work ethic and drive to succeed. This determination enabled Mark to develop excellent subject knowledge, which was demonstrated in his excellently structured essays, which always used effective use of economic models, and there were plenty of them, so well done, Mark. We now move on to travel, and we've got 3 awards in travel. Our first award is the Subsidiary Diploma in Travel. Both awards go to Sophie's. The Subject Award goes to Sophie Parkinson. She was an organised and capable student. She produced her work to a high standard and worked to the best of her ability at all times. She was a positive student and a focused learner, and both Andrew and Amanda saw this across the 2 years they taught her. The Progress Award goes to Sophie Armitage, and Sophie worked really hard in travel and always found ways to work through some of the challenges she faced on the course. As she progressed through the course, she gained more confidence and showed real commitment to her studies and gained the grades that she hoped for. Our second travel award is the Diploma, and I have to go for a big award here to Zain Nadeem, who also is a business student. And Zain was consistently a positive force on the travel and business courses. He was hardworking throughout his 2 years. He took part in almost all of our enrichments. He was an ambassador for the department and worked hard on open evenings. He was a great role model for our new students. The Progress Award on the Diploma goes to Amelia Quarmby, and she worked really hard across the 2 years to achieve her potential, producing detailed work, growing in confidence and achieving an excellent grade. And our final award from our department is the Travel Extended Diploma, and our subject award goes to Georgina Fudd. Georgina had an excellent work ethic, a positive outlook and extremely hardworking. She again took full advantage of the opportunities available to her, and again I had time to work with Georgia when she was in Sweden, and she was very confident undertaking work experience out there. Our final award is the Progress Award, and that goes to Emily McLachlan. Emily found the first year on the course quite demanding, and sometimes it was a real struggle for her to achieve the higher grades. However, by the second year, she completely turned this around, and she shone throughout. She was always on time with her work, producing well-developed assignments, and there was a pleasant and great member of the class. So well done, not just to our prize winners, but to all of our business, economics and travel students, and good luck with the rest of your careers.
Well, thank you to Paula and her team for those announcements. Next to announce the winners for Art and Design is Head of Department, Lydia Green.
Good evening, everyone. I'm going to launch straight into these awards, starting with the awards for Fine Art A-Level. The subject prize goes to Alexandra Lomax, who gained an A-star grade in Fine Art and the overall highest marks in the subject in 2020. She worked across the broadest range of media in her portfolio, producing traditional and digital drawings, mixed media pieces and garments in a fine art style. Lexi was highly imaginative and based her final portfolio on a Victorian Gothic narrative influenced by the work of Arthur Rackham. The Progress Award for Fine Art we gave to Stan Loftus, who was one of the students who made the biggest technical gains in drawing over the 2 years. We gave the prize to him for his because he used his experience in attending live classes out of college to develop a really interesting portfolio based on his observations of figures not only in that studio but in the studio in college. He had some really exceptional drawing by the end of 2 years, done live in front of the models, and really well done. Sally was really pretty pleased with the work that you did, Stan. The next awards are for Graphic Communication A-Level, where Sue is awarded the subject prize to Neve Elsey. Neve gained an A-star in graphic communication as a result of her exceptional portfolio. Sue, her teacher, describes this as a charming and characterful and beautiful range of greeting cards and stationery. And as a result of this, Neve, you've gained a full-time paid apprenticeship in graphic design locally in Mirfield, where you're working in your dream job. Well done, you. The subject prize goes to Lauren Hancock in graphic communication, who also gained an A-star. Lauren was a very hard-working student with a full and expansive portfolio. Sue describes you as developing into a highly independent learner who fully deserves this award. Lauren has gone on to study graphic design at Huddersfield University. Well done. The Photography Award, the subject goes to Zach Brearley. Zach was an experimental photographer who enjoyed working with the traditional media, one of the few students who work in the darkroom in the photography area. He worked with analog cameras and enlarger in there, largely self-driven. Bev was really impressed by his final portfolio. The Progress Award in Photography went to Jasmine Howells, who specialised in fashion and product photography. Her work was highly polished and suitable for editorial, print and publishing, made a tremendous amount of progress in technical skill over the 2 years in the studio. and rightly deserves this award, says Beth. The subject award for textile design goes to Yasmin Bushnell, who also arrived at HNC to study level 2 art and design and progressed on to the level 3 BTEC. But textiles, which she studied alongside the BTEC, was her dream subject. She worked intensively in this subject to gain a high A star here, and also gained triple distinction star on a diploma. Known in textiles as being a highly creative student, Yasmin was also very hardworking, very helpful and enthusiastic. Vicky describes her as a dream to teach and always a pleasure to have in the studio. Yasmin has gone on to study fashion at Nottingham Trent University. The Progress Prize in Textile goes to Lucy Wharton, who also gained an A star in textile design. Vicky describes her as being very driven, very hardworking, always in the textile studio. She presented her sketchbooks beautifully, nothing ever being too much for her to do. Lucy's presently studying fashion at Manchester Metropolitan University, where we hear she's doing really well. The award for three-dimensional design A-level went to Zoey Iqbal. Zoey is described by Maria as an energetic, dynamic young woman who pushed for constant perfection in her work. Her creative mind, coupled with her drive and ambition, resulted in her gaining the highest marks in the group, a superb achievement. Well done, Zoey. The Progress Prize for three-dimensional design went to Anisha Iqbal. Anisha found some of the areas of the course very challenging initially, but her determination and commitment to achieve resulted in a most impressive final project and A-star grade. Anisha was always a light in the room, says Maria, and her positive energy was shared by all the students. We've also an award for our Diploma Art and Design Level 3 BTEC, and the subject award goes to Olivia Maximovic. Olivia was also one of our Level 2 Art and Design students who progressed through this course onto the Level 3 diploma and studied an A-level in fine art alongside this diploma, showing many strengths in traditional drawing and painting. However, in the BTEC, students have to specialise in a selected area, and Olivia dedicated her final year to professional level portrait photography, using the studio in the art and design area and the one in the specialist photography area. She's progressed on to study this subject at degree level. And finally, a student who visited us today, actually, Gabrielle, has been awarded the Progress Prize for the diploma in the BTEC. Gabby joined the diploma very reluctantly in year 1 as an adjunct to her real love, which was English language and literature, where she studied 2 A-levels. She's studying also English at degree level down in Essex. But we awarded Gabby our Progress Prize for this course for the way that she grew as a student and just learned to love the materials and the different aspects of the course. In particular, her inventive and innovative work in her final portfolio in still life photography, something I know that she's continuing still. Well done, Gabby. I'm just going to mention 2 other awards which were made during the year. These are awarded by the Huddersfield Art Society, who every year give a generous award to 2 students across the 6th form colleges of Huddersfield for their technical prowess. And to gain this award, the students have to go and present their portfolio to the society, which is a little bit daunting. And this year, this award took place in February, and the awards for Huddersfield New College went to Macy Austin. Macy gained an A in Fine Art and was nominated during the course for her studies in exceptional work in oil painting, preferred working in traditional skills and showed enormous talent. Macy presented her portfolio to the Society in February and gained some really positive feedback. And also Ruben Laycock was awarded a Hamer Prize, nominated for his large-scale charcoal drawings, which were really ambitious, based on a local and observed narrative seen on his travels in Yorkshire. Both expressive and thoughtful, these were highly ambitious and exciting and well received by the Society. Ruben's gone on to study fine art, I believe. So well done, everyone. We're sorry you didn't get to exhibit your work, but we hope you're still being creative.
Thank you to Lydia and her team. Next, select turn to announce prizes for mathematics is Head of Department Mark Webber.
Good evening. Congratulations to Ben Meller, winner of the Maths Subject Prize. Ben achieved his A-star for being a sportsman's attitude to A-level maths, recognising the importance of regular training and practice and always seeking feedback and coaching on his performance. Congratulations too to Joe Johnson, winner of the Maths Progress Prize. Joe's never stopped working, going above and beyond in preparing for exams this summer, and then, as it turns out, exams this autumn. Once he exhausted all the A-level maths revision materials that we had, he decided he ought to teach himself AS further maths and started to do just that, ready for his engineering degree, and want to reward his ambition, his determination and his hard work. Winner of the further maths subject prize is Zoey Watson, who arrived at New College wanting to study maths at university and has left to do exactly that, and is as well qualified and prepared as you could possibly hope to be. And winner of the further maths progress prize is Umar Nadeem. In year 13, he clocked up an impressive 189 hours of additional supervised study within the maths department. There isn't a single worksheet or revision pack or practice paper that Umar didn't do at some point in year 13. No maths prizes.
Thank you to Mark and the maths team. Next to announce the prizes for science is Head of Department Sue Zadok.
Good evening. It's my pleasure to announce the winners of the science prizes. I want to start with A-level biology. The winner of the subject prize for A-level biology is Vianney Cuban. Vianney worked extremely hard throughout his time at Huddersfield New College and made remarkable progress, achieving an A-star grade. The progress prize for biology goes to Jennifer Rowlands. Jennifer was an exemplary student. She always produced work of a very high standard, pardon me, achieving an A grade. Next, I'd like to announce the A-level chemistry prizes. The subject prize goes to Matthew Moran. Matt was an absolute pleasure to teach. He worked diligently at throughout his time at HNC, achieving an A-star in chemistry. The progress prize goes to Vianney Cuban. Vianney was very hardworking with a tremendous enthusiasm for the subject, and he also achieved an A-star in chemistry. Next, I'd like to announce the physics A-level prizes. The subject prize goes to Ben Meller. Ben showed a high level of commitment and enthusiasm for the subject, and he worked hard to achieve a grade A. The progress prize goes to Matthew Moran. Matthew methodically set out ideas and explored every avenue to find the best solutions to problems, according to his physics teacher, and he achieved an A-star grade. Next, the applied science courses, starting with the subsidiary diploma. The subject prize goes to Amy Bottomley. Amy showed a mature commitment to her studies throughout her time here and achieved a distinction star. The progress prize goes to Faye Walls. Faye consistently worked to a high standard, achieving a D star as well. The diploma course in applied science. The subject prize goes to Melissa Brooke. Melissa showed determination and hard work in pursuit of her studies, achieving a D star in her applied science course. And the progress prize goes to Luca De Meo Zaffino. Luca was diligent, self-motivated, with an excellent work ethic that he used well to achieve a D star D grade. And lastly, the extended diploma in applied science. The subject prize goes to Trinity Worth. Trinity was hardworking, self-motivated, a strong, independent learner, achieving D star in her applied science course. And lastly, the progress prize goes to Sam Varg. Sam was an outstanding student who consistently produced work of the highest caliber and again achieved a D star. and well done to all the winners of the science prizes. Thank you.
Thanks to Sue and the science team. Next, to announce prize for sport, health and early years is Head of Faculty Wayne Russell.
Hello, good evening everyone. Okay, the subject award for childcare and education goes to Rebecca Mortuine Horswood. Rebecca was an exceptional student who achieved an A star in all her coursework and was one of only 23 students nationally who achieved an A grade in her second year exam. Well done, Rebecca. The Progress Award for childcare and education goes to Leah Carter. Leah progressed from level 2 in childcare and her progress was exceptional. Her work throughout was outstanding and she too achieved an A grade in both exams. Outstanding progress, Leah, well done. Okay, moving on to the Health and Social Care Department. The subject award for Health and Social Care Subsidiary Diploma goes to Leah Rothwell. Leah was a remarkable student and a pleasure to have in the classroom. Her work ethic was inspiring and her dedication was nothing short of outstanding. This enabled her to achieve a distinction grade in every single unit. Well done, Leah. The Progress Award for the Health and Social Care Subsidiary Diploma goes to Freya Boothroyd. Freya was an outstanding student who always maintained high standards in her coursework. It was heartwarming to see her confidence develop across her 2 years in health and social care. The Subject Award for Health and Social Care Health Studies Diploma goes to Abby Gooseman. Abby was an exceptional student and her work was always to a high standard and she passed the course with flying colours. Abby will go on to make a fantastic children's nurse. Well done, Abby. Okay, moving on to the Progress Award for Health and Social Care Health Studies Diploma, and that's awarded to Lauren Hurst. Lauren was a super dedicated student. Lauren always went the extra mile to make sure her work that she produced was to a high standard and she was a pleasure to teach throughout. Well done, Lauren. Okay, moving on to the Subject Award for the Health and Social Care Diploma. The Subject Award goes to Caitlin Petts. Caitlin was always focused in class and produced work to a high standard. She always had an excellent work ethic and was always smiling and laughing in the classroom. Well done, Caitlin. The Progress Award for the Health and Social Care Diploma pathway goes to Ella Campbell. From day one, Ella always gave her all, taking great pride in her work and fully deserves this award for all her achievements. Well done, Ella. The Subject Award for the Health and Social Care Health Studies Extended Diploma goes to Chloe Costello. Chloe worked consistently hard and her work was always brilliant, as was her attitude to her learning. This award is fully deserved. Well done, Chloe. The Progress Award for the Health and Social Care Health Studies Extended Diploma goes to Daniel Badet. Daniel made amazing progress in health and social care and was an absolute delight to teach. He was extremely polite and would always thank his teachers as he left the class. Well done, Daniel. And the final award for the Health and Social Care Department, the Health and Social Care Extended Diploma Subject Award goes to Aisha Ray Hibbert. Aisha shone from the beginning of her time at Huddersfield New College. She utilised every single minute of her time in the health and social care classrooms, and this was demonstrated in the high quality work that she produced throughout. The Progress Award for the Health and Social Care Extended Diploma pathway goes to Aisha Ahmed. Aisha made excellent progress to develop her skills in the health and social care studies. It was a pleasure to see her confidence develop and to see her achieve the top grades. Okay, moving on to the Physical Education and Sports Department, starting with Physical Education A-Level PE. The subject award goes to Anna Pederson. Anna was as gifted in the classroom as she was in goal on the football pitch. Her outstanding academic performance was matched only by her attitude to push herself to reach her potential. Anna, you led by example throughout and you were a pleasure to teach, of which I did have the pleasure. Well done, fully deserved. The Progress Award for Physical Education A-Level goes to Josh Wardman Cook. Josh was a true gent and he demonstrated a huge amount of determination and worked incredibly hard on his PE studies. As a result, Josh's development over the 2 years was exceptional, and Josh, you fully deserve this Price of Progress Award. Well done. The subject award for Sport and Exercise Science Subsidiary Diploma goes to Niall Gallagher. Niall took great pride in his work and demonstrated great care and attention to detail, which ensured that he always achieved the distinction grades in every piece of work. It was a pleasure to see him grow and develop over the 2 years. Well done, Niall. The Progress Award for the Sports and Exercise Science Subsidiary Diploma goes to Lauren Hibbert. Lauren worked tirelessly on her sports science course. As well as an exceptional work ethic, there was a determination to put herself on every single task and every single piece of work. It has been most rewarding watching her build her confidence over the past 2 years. Well done, Lauren. The subject award for Sports and Exercise Science Diploma goes to Samantha Lorne. Samantha has been the standout student in terms of her attitudes towards her studies, where she's displayed an excellent work ethic and drive to produce distinction level coursework consistently across the 2 years. Samantha is a very engaging individual and she will continue to be very successful as she moves on to higher education. The Progress Award for Sports and Exercise Science Diploma goes to Lauren Evans. During the second year, Lauren's confidence as a student and young adult became stronger and stronger with every lesson. Her modest, hard-working, caring and infectious personality constantly shone through and she gave 100% effort in every task. Well done, Lauren. The subject award for the Sport Development Coaching and Fitness Diploma goes to Eleanor Hoyle. Eleanor was from day one a standout student, always working at distinction star level and always wanting to push herself to achieve more. She had a fantastic work ethic and met every single distinction across the 2 years. Well done, Eleanor. The Progress Award for Sports Development Coaching and Fitness Diploma goes to Molly Lee. The progress made by Molly was amazing. Molly grew in confidence over the 2 years and pushed herself in all aspects of the course, both in the classroom and practically in terms of her golf ability too, leading the way at the driving range on a practical sports unit. Well done, Molly. The subject award for Sports and Exercise Science Extended Diploma goes to Rosie Ragg. Rosie was a hard-working, inquisitive, engaged and resilient student. These traits equipped Rosie with the tools to achieve the highest results on her course and ensured Rosie reached her goal of studying at university. Well done, Rosie. The Progress Award for Sports and Exercise Science Extended Diploma goes to Aidan McGowan. A polite and courteous young man, always arriving to class with a smile. His inquisitive nature always developed a class discussion, whatever the topic. Playing rugby for his country and signing a professional contract, Aidan managed to balance his heavy schedule while still producing quality work, which achieved the highest grades. Well done, Aidan. The subject award for Sports Development Coaching and Fitness Extended Diploma goes to Emma Henson. Emma was an exceptionally hard-working and resilient young lady who constantly strived to achieve the highest grades. Emma worked tirelessly to achieve those grades, but also supported her peers throughout the course. Emma was an absolute pleasure to teach. Well done, Emma. And finally, the Progress Award for Sports Development Coaching and Fitness Extended Diploma goes to Dylan Evans. Dylan worked with sheer determination throughout his course, which resulted in production of consistently outstanding work. Along with these outstanding leadership skills, Dylan built a strong rapport with his peers, showing empathy to those around him. Well done, Dylan. And well done to everyone. Your teachers are very proud of you, and thank you.
It's now my great pleasure to introduce our guest speaker for the evening. Earl is a former professional rugby league player. He's a long-standing friend of the college, and he will inspire, entertain, and amuse you in equal measures. Earl.
Hi everyone, good evening. Thank you first of all for the nice warm introduction, but never ever say I played rugby union ever again. It was actually rugby league that I played for Huddersfield Giants, but we'll forget about that. I want to say thank you again for letting me come here and giving me the opportunity to speak to you guys tonight. Now, it's a little bit different, as you can see. For me personally, it's a little bit different. Normally, I crack a joke at this point about how I'm nervous about, you know, performing in front of such a big crowd. I've been at Huddersfield Giants for 18 years and I've never seen a crowd that size, but it's a little bit different. I mean, I am still nervous because now I've got one camera, I've got 15 people all looking at me, deadly silent, wearing face masks. I feel like I'm going to get jumped any second now. Once again, you know, it's great to be here, and this is a great evening for absolutely everybody involved. And I still remember the phone call yet again. I get the phone, I pick the phone up. This is my phone, by the way. I smashed my iPhone. It's all over in pieces. Hi, yeah, Earl, we need you. Yeah, what can I do for you guys? Yeah, we need help. We've got a presentation, a virtual presentation, and we need somebody who's inspiring. We need somebody who's tall, handsome, charismatic, and an inspiration to thousands. Unfortunately, Andy Booth isn't available, so can you do it? So here I am this evening. It's an absolute pleasure to be involved in anything like this and getting that opportunity to do it. And for me, I started right back at the beginning. Rugby League, Huddersfield Giants. My name is Earl Crabtree. Let me just point out, for those that don't know me, played for Huddersfield Giants for 18 years, 424 appearances, and 18 for England. And never ever forget those 18 for England. They meant so much, the pinnacle of any Rugby League player's career. Now, it all started at Underbank Rangers, though. Underbank Rangers is in the middle of home firth, on top of the hill, basically on a farm. There's cows and next door to you, they're looking onto the field, and you know they've walked over there because it stinks as well. There's no grass on the pitch, and I remember playing, I remember it to this day, being tackled, landing in the mud, and I've got cow muck just sprayed up my chest, up my arms, up my nose where the lot can get up there. In my teeth, I'm actually spitting cow muck out, and I hear a big booming voice from the sideline. Get up, you wet lettuce. Cow muck will do nothing but put hairs on your chest. Cheers, Mum. Thanks for that. And that was my introduction into rugby league. Playing at Underbank, -4. The showers were basically just pipes running across the top with holes in, dripping water out. It wasn't the most pleasant of experiences, but for me, it was pleasant because I met some of my friends for life, people I'll never ever forget. The people that you meet in colleges and schools, the ones that live with you forever. And I'd like to also point out this is a special moment for me because there's actually in your year group is a lot of my daughter's friends, and I'm very fortunate that she's just made me a granddad as well. So I've got a little granddaughter, Esme, and I'd like to say thank you to Lily's friends for all their efforts that they put in. They've got a great group of people and they all look after each other, and very proud of her and you guys for doing that as well. Now, from Underbank, I went on to the Huddersfield YMCA, so I did play a little bit of rugby union. I don't talk about it too much. I played for Yorkshire. And then something I always talk about is opportunity. Opportunity in life and taking opportunities, but not letting them come to you, chasing them, looking for them. And this is something I did. At Huddersfield YMCA, I played for their under-15s and Yorkshire under-15s at the same time. But Huddersfield Giants had their under-16s academy team playing at the same time, training on the field next to me. And I saw an opportunity because I saw the head coach, Brian Blacker, somebody I work with to this day. And I went up to him, shook his hand, which is something I think is massively important, although you can't exactly do it these days. But I went up to him and spoke to him. I said, could I come and train with you guys? He looked me up and down, said, you're a big guy, can you play? I said, of course I can play, of course I can play. Back myself. I was 15 years old. And I said I could play, and I'm playing in a big final. So in this final was at the weekend, he said, I'll send somebody down to watch you. So Paul Dixon, an ex-Great Britain player, came down to watch me. I scored the first try of the game. We got absolutely battered, but I knew I'd done something in that game to make a difference and make an impression on this person. He rang me up the next day and said, we'd like you to come training. So I went to train. He picked me up, he dropped me off, and he looked after me, made sure I got to where I needed to be. 15 years old, and I was thrown into a world which I wasn't used to, professional rugby league. I trained, and when I was 16, I managed to play for the Giants Academy. Played a few games, got offered a contract. My dad was my first ever agent. God bless him, if you're up there, Dad. He's a roofer, you know, it's freezing at this time of year as well. He was my first agent, worst decision I've ever made. He'll never ever be my agent ever again in any walk of life. But he looked after me. He was a good coach to me as well. But I managed to sign my first professional contract on my 17th birthday. Very proud of that moment. I then made my debut at 18 years old. 18 years old, I played against London Broncos away in London with the first team. Tony Smith gave me my opportunity to play for the first team, and he also did that for England later on in life. Now, I kept going on and playing these games and doing really well, and it all came off the back of that one chance meeting, that one opportunity of going up to somebody and just speaking to them, not knowing where it would lead, whether it lead to nowhere or somewhere. Now, throughout my career, I met a few good coaches, and I always learn off them. I always learn off people. I'm always constantly doing that. I'm having meetings all the time. There's a lot I don't know. There's bits I do know and a lot I don't. So I'm always trying to learn, and that's a bit of advice I would give anybody. Now, I can't give people advice and expect them to walk away from this virtual presentation with my words of wisdom. But if I can send somebody away, one person that may take something from this and they can use it in the future, then I'm a happy man. And that's what it's all about, is learning off other people. And I'll do that for the rest of my life. Now, I've gone from playing for the first team, I've gone and played a few games, all because of this chance meeting. There's another one, an opportunity that arose for me. I was really interested in Sky Sports, BBC, Challenge Cups, watching TV games. And I thought I'd like to have a piece of that. I'd like to be involved in that and go to a game and do some commentary and things like that. So I managed to speak to a guy called James Dayton, and he works at BBC Radio Leeds, and he gave me my first gig as a pundit. So I went to a game against Leeds and Hull, in Hull, really cold evening, bitterly cold, and I helped him commentate on a game. Went really well, really enjoyed it. He gave me a CD after, and he said, look, there's a few pointers I can give you, do a bit of that. And he invited me back the next week, and he invited me back the next week. And the week after that, Tanya Arnold from BBC got in touch and wanted me to go and look north. Went on look north, sat on the couch with Harry Gratian, who's unfortunately retired recently. And I went from there to working in the World Cup, going into guest studios, Match of the Day studios as well. And it suddenly just started to snowball, got bigger. I was managing to do these things as well as playing rugby. I was becoming a BBC pundit. So much so, the pinnacle of my punditry career was working on the World Cup final at Old Trafford. The only time ever I've ever felt like a superstar. I turned up with 76,000 people in Old Trafford, filled the stadium. They've asked me to go out onto the pitch to interview a couple of New Zealand players, but the last second they said, right, you're going to go on the field, you're going to walk through the team, talk about them, and then come back off. So they went 3, 2, 1, you're on. So I walked off, I had my mic attached, it's not my phone, it's my mic this time. I'm walking through all the teams, Sonny Williams, Isaac, Luke, players like that, Sam Cassiano, the biggest guy in the world, and I'm walking through and I'm like rapping to myself. I lose my cameraman, he's gone, I don't know where he is. I'm just walking through a sea of All Blacks, big black shirts, black kit. These players are absolutely humongous and intimidating in their own right. And I'm walking through the middle of a World Cup final. As I've come off, I realised that I looked absolutely ridiculous. I looked like a cross between, I don't know, Robbie Savage, Jolly Green Giant, and Eminem by rapping all the time. I come off and speak to the staff. They said, I've done really well, really well. And I said, oh, what's the viewing figures? Where 2.2 million people were watching you on TV. About 2.2, and now I've got 10 in here watching me. So this is where I feel comfortable. In front of a camera, it's good fun. But that was another opportunity that I speak about, because one opportunity speaking to one person gave me a professional rugby career that lasted 18 years. Another one let me work on BBC in a World Cup final. Opportunities are what make our lives and which opportunities we take. So don't expect them just to fall onto your lap. Go and grab them, go take them, look for them, and you will find them, and they'll come at the right time as well. Just make those right decisions. Now, throughout my career, I don't think I'd have been where I got to or where I am now if it wasn't for the right people. Surrounding myself with the right people. The people that are on the same wavelength, want the same goals, the same motivation as me, and want to go the same direction. There's always people that will trip you over, always people that want you to fail, that set you up to fail. You need to get rid of those sort of people in your lives. You've got the opportunity now to set yourself up for the rest of your life. You move on from this and all this experience that you've got, this education that you've got, and you have now a choice, an opportunity to go off and better your lives and go and enjoy it and do what you want to do, chasing a dream, which is exactly what you should do. People will hold you back or try to hold you back. Be stronger, be tougher, be bigger, and make sure you go for what it is you believe in. I've always done that, so much so that this year is 2020. It's a little bit different, isn't it? COVID's struck. Things are changing. And one of the great philosophers, one of my favourite great philosophers, Bear Grylls, has once said, improvise, adapt and overcome. And 2020 has proven that. Things change. You have to adapt. You have to improvise, change things up. Don't be set in your ways and just go in one direction. Sometimes you have to be able to move around and diversify. So much so, I'm still working now with Huddersfield Giants club ambassador, so I look after sponsors and hospitality and love my job. But I also have a business which is property investment as well, something that I'm madly passionate about, something that I really, really enjoy. I work with different companies and I meet different people all the time. Now, throughout the bits that I talk about, these are decisions that I made, decisions that I feel like helps me progress through my life and through my career as a player. Without that support mechanism, without my family and the people to talk to, because one of the things I'm now into is mental health. My partner currently works in mental health and looking after people that are struggling. These times are different now. Society is changing. We do adapt, but we all find it hard at times. And you will have those moments where you have self-doubt. You'll have this lack of belief in yourself, which can be self-taught again. Don't be afraid to talk to people, but talk to the right people. Find your support group, your mechanism, find your way through and take whatever path it is that you decide to walk down. We won't be holding your hand walking down that path. You'll do that on your own. But we are there if you need a hand. If you need somebody to talk to, people are there. And that is probably my biggest bit of advice. Make sure you talk to people, enjoy the ride, chase your dreams, surround yourself with good people, and don't forget to improvise, adapt and overcome. Ladies and gentlemen, I think that's pretty much all I've got to say. But apart from that, good luck and enjoy. Thank you.
Well, that's great. Thank you very much, Earl. Thanks for clarifying that you definitely are a rugby league player. So back onto our subject and prose prizes now. So to announce prize for humanities is Head of Department Scott Townsend.
Good evening, class of 2020. On behalf of the Humanities Department, it's great to virtually be with you tonight as we celebrate your fabulous academic achievements. Our Subject and Progress Prize winners are as follows. In Geography, the Subject Prize is awarded to Billy Smith. In the words of Billy's teacher Stuart, Billy was a calm, authoritative presence in the classroom. He listened really well and his thoughtful, self-reflective approach yielded consistently excellent results. A great geographer and a really nice young man. Congratulations, Billy. The Geography Progress Prize goes to Tam Mckinney. Stuart writes that Tam threw himself into his geography in year 13 and worked tirelessly, both to improve his understanding of all aspects of the course and to produce an excellent individual project. Tam was a wonderfully committed and dedicated A-level student and fully deserves this prize. Congratulations, Tam. Moving across now to Government and Politics, the Subject Prize is awarded to Gabrielle Turner. Gabrielle was an integral member of the politics class who never shied from putting forward their highly impassioned opinion, whether this was on human rights intervention on the global stage or electoral reform, the latter being a topic close to their heart. Gabrielle was a natural politics student and I wish him every success for the future. Congratulations, Gabrielle. The Progress Prize in Politics is awarded to Leo Ibbotson, who, similarly to Gabrielle, was an integral member of our politics class also. Leo's contributions in class were often steeped in an infectious wit and demonstrated a solid understanding of current affairs. His infamous Leo reports on topics such as law-breaking British MPs and the often precarious nature of the Brexit negotiations were always welcome additions to our class. Congratulations, Leo. We wish you all the best. And now on to history. The Subject Prize is awarded to Jack Spencer. According to Jack's teacher, Emily, Jack excelled all of the way through the course. He was a perceptive thinker, analytical writer, and a real team player. As well as working hard to constantly develop his own skills, he would often lend a hand to others to help them to succeed too, as well as enthusiastically representing the course as an ambassador within the department. Congratulations, Jack. The Progress Prize in History goes to Isabelle Sheriff. According to Izzy's teacher, Emily again, Izzy made exceptional progress on the history course because of her resilient attitude and faultless work ethic. Her work was often used to model excellent practice to her peers. Another fellow ambassador within the department, Izzy represented the course professionally and passionately. Congratulations, Izzy. From history to philosophy, ethics and religion, the subject prize is awarded to George Gomper. According to George's teacher Dan, George was an incredibly dedicated philosopher who consumed any and all theories and concepts with genuine enthusiasm. His ability to produce incredibly deep and thoughtful essays on the first attempt easily made George one of the best natural philosophers Dan has ever had the pleasure to teach. Tall praise indeed. Congratulations, George. The Progress Prize in Philosophy, Ethics and Religion is awarded to Evie Charles Greenwood. According to Dan, Evie was one of the most enthusiastic philosophers to ever set foot in his classroom. Her cheerful and engaged demeanour allowed her to forensically and quickly apply feedback to ensure she was constantly improving her grades throughout the two-year programme. This was most definitely aided, in her view, by her penchant for eating raw carrots in class, something she claimed boosted her ability to learn. And considering her stellar progress, Dan cannot deny the validity of her theory. Last, but by certainly no means least, we head to sociology. The subject prize is awarded to Lauren Hibbert. Her teacher, Zoe, writes that Lauren was an enthusiastic sociology student right from her first lesson. That energy and drive didn't let up for 2 years. And over that time, she worked hard both at college and at home, growing in confidence and resilience, always working to achieve her best. She is truly deserving of this grade. Well done, Lauren. The Sociology Progress Prize is awarded to Dylan Sagar. According to their teacher, Craig, Dylan worked tremendously hard over the 2 years in sociology. He was determined to get the best possible grade he could and set out to achieve an A star by attending extra support sessions, completing a significant amount of independent reading, and showing up to every class ready to get the most he could out of each session. He is truly deserving of this grade and evidence that success can come to anyone who is willing to work for it, the very embodiment of our values here at Huddersfield New College. Congratulations, Dylan. And that concludes the Humanities Prizes. On behalf of the department, I would like to wish all members of the class of 2020 every success for the future. Stay safe and have a very prosperous new year.
Thank you very much to Scott and the Humanities Department. Next to the podium to announce the prizes for Language and Literature is Head of Department Lorraine Loeb.
Good evening, everyone. On behalf of the Languages and Literature Department, it is my great pleasure to announce our prize winners for 2020 in what has been an exceptional year. For English language, the subject prize goes to Jacob Wiggins. Jacob's commitment to studying English A-level was evident across the 2 years of study. He particularly enjoyed debating ideas and exploring the various ways meaning is encoded into speech and writing. We wish Jacob all the best for his future, safe in the knowledge that he will excel in whatever he chooses to study. The Progress Prize for English Language goes to Mackenzie Bradley Wilkinson. Mackenzie was a very committed student, achieving a grade A in English language, which was well above his target grade. He achieved this because of his voracious appetite for knowledge and a love of English. We are very proud of Mackenzie's achievements and wish him every success as he is now studying for a degree in English at university. The subject prize for English language and literature combined goes to Eleanor Croft. Eleanor was an incredibly committed and enthusiastic student whose love for the written word was evident throughout the 2 years of the course. She had a creative, independent and original approach, and she enjoyed every aspect of the course. I'm sure that equally she will enjoy her English degree, and we wish her all the best for her future. The Progress Prize for English Language and Literature combined goes to Ella Garlick. Ella's love of English was evident from the very first lesson, and her commitment to the subject grew and grew over the 2 years. She was a real asset to the class and made excellent contributions to discussion. I'm really pleased that after 2 years of weighing up whether to go to university or not, Ella finally did decide to go to university, and she's now enjoying her English degree. Again, I wish her very good success for the future. The English Literature Prize goes to George Gomper. George was a highly articulate and gifted student who often had an original perspective on the text he studied. He was fluent and confident in his writing, and his work was always a pleasure to read. I'm sure he will flourish at university studying philosophy, and I expect to see his name in print in the future. The Progress Prize for English Literature goes to Gabrielle Turner. Gabrielle was an incredibly motivated and enthusiastic student who fully engaged with the text he studied from a social and political perspective. His NEA was superb in this respect. His contributions were always perceptive, and he was a fantastic influence on those around him. So congratulations, Gabrielle, to your prize. Moving on to languages, the French subject prize goes to Zoey Watson. From the beginning, Zoe was determined to be the best that she could be in French. She was inquisitive, prepared to do extra work, and worked incredibly hard to address the more difficult aspects of French grammar, and she thoroughly deserves her prize. The Progress Prize for French goes to Laura Schofield. Laura was always prepared for class, worked well in and out of the classroom environment, and made lots of progress in the second year, and she started to really see the bigger picture of the course coming together. Congratulations to Laura. The Spanish prize goes to a name that we're becoming familiar with, Gabrielle Turner. Gabe was very much into his grammatical study and was using the subjunctive before we'd even studied it. This was just one example of his superb Spanish subject knowledge. Gabe was also extremely talkative, which would have been a huge advantage had he had the opportunity to take the oral exam. And again, we wish Gabrielle every success and congratulate him on his prize. The Progress Prize for Spanish goes to Charlotte Gledhill. Charlotte had a huge interest in Spanish and worked tirelessly to address some of the more tricky grammatical aspects of the subject. Charlotte chose to study Spanish history for her oral exam expose, and it's a shame that the examiner didn't have the opportunity to listen to it. It was a fantastic piece of work and a great effort from Charlotte. Congratulations to Charlotte for her Progress Prize. Finally, it's with great pleasure that I announce the subject prize for the Extended Project Qualification. The Extended Project Qualification Prize is awarded to Louise Grimshaw, and these comments are from Dan, who had the pleasure to teach her. Dan says that Louise was one of those rare students who barely needed teaching at all. Her natural curiosity and maturity ensured that she was already on top of her EPQ before she even began the second year of study and the official start of the course. Her ability to perceive links between the propaganda of the Nazis and that of the modern day was astounding. Louise was so far ahead that she even managed to present her findings before college went into lockdown, which in itself was a phenomenal achievement. She was a fantastic student who fully deserves this award. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much to Lorraine and her team. Next, to announce the prizes for Computing, Games and IT is Head of Department, Joan Autumn.
Good evening, everybody. I'll start with the prize for computer science. The subject award goes to Owen Hughes. Owen is a very capable student who dedicated herself to hard work throughout her time on the course, ensuring she was able to achieve at a high level. Her project work was outstanding, and this supported her through the course. The A-Level Computer Science Progress Award goes to Kai Jenkinson. Kai started off as quite a quiet student, but he quickly showed his competence for computer science, his dedication to the subject and to the revision of his topics. By the end of the course, he'd become a very competent computer science scientist who exceeded all his targets. Moving on to the awards for games design, the diploma, Max Shutter was an exceptional student who excelled in every area of games design he was introduced to. His desire to succeed was unquestionable, and he displayed skills to a professional standard in all areas of games design. The Progress Award for the Games Development Diploma went to Harvey Russell. Harvey is a very capable student who made significant progress in his professional development and his academic studies during his time at Huddersfield New College. Each task he was set was tackled with the utmost professionalism, and as a result, he's now a very proficient games designer. For the extended diploma in games development, Peter Kitch won the award. Peter was an exemplary student during his time at Huddersfield New College. He's a student who spent 4 years here with us as well, and he completed the course with the highest possible award of D star, D star, D star. He tackled each task that he was set with the utmost professionalism and determination. Peter displayed maturity beyond his years and built a set of skills that were a professional standard. Peter is praised for his excellent record of punctuality and attendance, which was more or less 100% for the entire 4 years. The Progress Award for the extended diploma went to Dan Sahota, an exceedingly polite and able student who made significant progress in his studies at Huddersfield New College. He displayed a great deal of determination and has developed a number of skills in the field of video game design. He was an asset to the college and has become a very capable game designer. The IT General Subsidiary Diploma Subject Award goes to Megan Bayliss. Megan's determination to succeed and gain distinction grades in each assignment was absolutely unquestionable. She has shown a great deal of proficiency in many areas of IT in her studies and was an exemplary student at Huddersfield New College. The Progress Award for the Subsidiary Diploma IT General goes to Matthew Gemmell. Matthew did his utmost to complete each task he is set to the best of his ability and dedicated an ample amount of his own time to make sure he could do that. He made significant progress during his time in Huddersfield New College. The IT Software Subsidiary Diploma went to Sam Jackson. Sam was a highly motivated student from the first day he joined the college. He dedicated himself to his studies, and he was always very positive and willing to listen to advice and move forward. The Progress Award for the Subsidiary Diploma in IT Software goes to Mohammed Zishan. Zishan worked really hard and was conscientious, ensuring that he met all his goals. He worked consistently and aspired to meet his maximum potential. The IT Diploma Subject Award went to Catherine Bell. Catherine was a very industrious student, always willing to do extra work in her own time and to ensure that she got the best grades, despite some challenges. She quietly got on with the things, even when there was a struggle in certain areas, showing true determination. In the end, she was one of the best students in the group with regards to the understanding of the concepts that were being taught to her. The Progress Award went to Natalie Wodanska. Natalie was not the most confident of learners when she arrived with us, but she spent lots of time working with others and thereby improving her own understanding. She spent time in the classroom and out of lesson time and was able to always make sure that she achieved to the highest level by doing that. The IT Extended Diploma Prize went to Mohammed Avais Abdullah. Avais was a very competent student who worked hard throughout his time at Huddersfield New College and was a very friendly member of the group who everyone worked with, and he achieved at the highest possible level. The IT Extended Diploma Progress Award goes to Dominika Klimczek. Dominika showed real resilience and took advice on how to improve her work at every opportunity she had. She worked consistently hard throughout the 2 years meeting aspirations and achieving with a high grade. Thank you.
Thank you to Joe and his department. Next, to announce prizes for Creative Media, Film and Performing Arts is Head of Department Dan Hanlon.
Good evening, everyone. I'm here to present the awards for Creative Media and Performing Arts. The first set of awards for Creative Media Production, Television and Film, the Diploma and the Extended Diploma. In the Diploma, the subject award goes to Zach Brearley. These were nominated by his teacher, Rob Chadwick. Rob writes that Zach was an exemplary student and was an asset to any group they worked with. He was passionate and knowledgeable, and Zach always pushed for excellence in everything he did. The Progress Award in the Diploma, the award went to Megan Edwards. Megan developed into a mature and confident media practitioner. Her technical skills and confidence with the editing software grew exponentially, and she became a strong production manager. For the Extended Diploma, the subject award goes to Lewis Anderton. Again, Rob writes here that Lewis was a hard-working, incredibly cine-literate student. His passion for the subject extended to every aspect of the course, and he proved himself time and again to be a genuine asset to any group he worked with. For the Progress Award, this went to Callum Scott. Callum developed into a focused and skilled practitioner. He continually demonstrated a mature approach to his work, and he was able to see the bigger picture, even with projects he found challenging. So well done to Zach, Megan, Lewis and Callum. The next set of awards are for film studies, so these are myself who awarded these. The first one, subject award, goes to George Gumpert, who we've already heard about tonight. But in film studies, George was an outstanding student who produced work to the highest degree. Many of his essays went beyond A-level requirements, and he set the bar not only for his year, but for years to come in the subject. The Progress Award goes to Jess Wilkinson. Jess really developed her knowledge of film throughout the 2 years, to the point where she was producing work to the highest order, and her commitment to the subject was exemplary. So congratulations to George and Jess. On to the next award. This is for Media Studies A-levels. These were nominated by Gary Eastwood. The subject award goes to Louise Grisham. Louise was a tremendous asset to the A-level Media Studies cohort and mastered the discipline of critical analysis intuitively, whilst also producing a superb coursework project, achieving an A-star overall for her efforts. For the Progress Award, this goes to Sophie Stansfield, and here Gary writes that Sophie showed a dramatic improvement in year 13 due to her willingness to stretch herself and participate wholeheartedly at all times. Her engagement with the coursework brief allowed her to achieve a high grade. So well done to Louise and Sophie in media. Now moving on to the Performing Arts Award. The first set of awards here are for Drama and Theatre Studies A-level. These were nominated by Emma Laws. The subject award goes to Ben Malone. Ben Malone was a truly gifted and committed student of A-level drama and theatre studies. He always went the extra mile and applied extensive research to his practical work. For the Progress Award, this was given to Jake Metcalf. Emma writes that he was a delight to see Jake grow. It was a delight to see Jake grow in conviction throughout his second year and take ownership of the stage in his performances. It was always a joy to read Jake's work. So congratulations to Ben and Jake in drama and theatre. Music Performance is the next award. This is a sub-diploma in music performance. These were nominated by James Dash. For the subject award, this goes to Charlie Cockshott. Charlie worked exceptionally well throughout the entire course, proving herself to be dedicated to improving her singing ability and musical understanding. She approached all aspects of the course positively and grew tremendously as a result. For the Progress Award, this goes to Finn Mckinney. For his age, Finn is not only very talented, but also incredibly dedicated to music as a discipline. James would often find him practicing alone in his frees, working on his technique and delving further into more complex musical territories. So well done to Charlie and Finley in music performance. Next, Music Technology Production, the sub-diploma. These awards are nominated by Paul Hewitt, the course leader for that subject. The subject award goes to Toby Milburn. So here Toby showed a real passion and enthusiasm for music technology, whether scoring music for film or working in the studio. It was always a vociferous contributor to class discussions, showing an articulation of ideas beyond that required by the current topic. So for the Progress Award, this goes to Jabril Iqbal. Paul here writes that Jabril was a revelation in his second year. He would regularly submit drafts of work for feedback and work to get them to the best possible standard. He was always on top of his practical work and earned a distinction for his 2 live technology performance. So congratulations to Toby and Gabrielle. The next award is Performing Arts Acting Subsidiary Diploma, and these were nominated by Mark Johnson. The subject award goes to Hannah Hurst. Hannah brought a tremendous amount of fun to the acting course, her most notable role being Lady Macbeth, where she gave an explosive performance which captured the character's thirst for power and immense vulnerability. The Progress Award in this area goes to Sophie Stansfield. Sophie brought a great sense of maturity, intelligence and insight in her acting, although she hit a wall when it came to developing her Juliet monologue. She never gave up though and ultimately faced her fears to create a credible performance. So well done to Hannah and Sophie. The next Performing Arts Award is for Dance Subsidiary Diploma. These were nominated by Catriona and John. Subject award goes to Sam Jackson. So Samuel was a very conscientious and hardworking student who regularly volunteered at college open events. He's a very skilled dancer and pushed himself throughout the course. His ambitions have led him to gain a place to study dance profession at SLP in Leeds. Then for the Progress Award, Kat writes that Jess worked hard throughout the course to develop her technique. She always pushed herself in class and listened to all the feedback. Jess showed great development throughout the course, which is why she's been nominated for this award. So congrats to Sam and Jess for dance. The next award is again Performing Arts, Musical Theatre Subsidiary Diploma. These were also nominated by Catriona and John. The subject award goes to Ben Malone. So Ben was a fantastic student who pushed himself throughout the course. He regularly volunteered to represent the department in events. He always strived to excel in the course and result gained a place to study drama professionally. The Progress Award in this area of musical theatre goes to Oliver Richardson. So Oliver was a dynamic and skilled performer who always strived to excel in everything he did. He had a fantastic work ethic and attitude towards his studies. So well done to Ben and Oliver. The final award in Performing Arts is Straight Performing Arts Diploma. The subject award goes to Will Meadowcroft, and these were nominated by Mark Johnson. So Mark writes about Will that from day one, he approaches the course with a passionate dedication to the craft of acting. He came with a keen interest in the method of Lee Strasberg and produced some memorable and highly accomplished performances. The Progress Award for Performing Arts Diploma goes to Charlotte Sowerby. Charlotte is an outstanding all-round performer, a highly skilled dancer, actor and singer. She brought a unique sense of fun to the course, as well as an outstanding levels of creativity. So congratulations to Will and Charlotte lastly, and well done to all the students who awarded the prize and all the other students who achieved in that year, last year.
Thank you very much to Dan and his team. Our final department this evening for the Subject and Prose Prize is Social Sciences, and to announce those as Head of Department, Claire Forrest.
Thank you and good evening. First of all, criminology. The subject prize for criminology goes to Holly Caffin. Holly worked incredibly hard on every piece of work she did. The colour-coordinated, eye-catching and detailed folder contributed to the achievement of A's and A stars in both controlled assessments and exam. The Progress Prize for criminology goes to Lucy Scorer. Based upon her GCSEs, Lucy was aiming to achieve a grade C, but she very quickly decided she could do better. Always listening, questioning, prepared and motivated, Lucy's teacher describes her quite simply as a delight to teach. Moving on to A-level psychology. The subject prize goes to Emily Drake Brockman. Emily's consistently hard work enabled her to achieve a richly deserved A star. She would attend additional sessions and complete additional exam papers to ensure she knew exactly the information required and knew it to the best of her ability. Able to incorporate undergraduate content into her work, Emily also represented the department brilliantly as the subject ambassador. Progress Prize for A-level psychology goes to Emily Rukin. Emily was an incredibly hard-working student who, through her determination and persistence, achieved the high grade that she richly deserved. She demonstrated a great deal of enthusiasm and passion for psychology, which showed in every piece of work she submitted. Moving on to A-level law, subject prize goes to Alicia Wilson. A naturally gifted law student, Alicia glided gracefully through the subject content, picking up each topic with ease. able to construct an effective legal argument from either party's perspective. Her teachers are delighted she has progressed onto a law degree. The Progress Prize for A-Level Law goes to Eliza Park, an exceptionally hard-working student with a clearly defined career aim in mind. Eliza set out to achieve her goal from day one. Always listening, reading and questioning, the team are delighted Eliza is now studying law with criminology en route to her career within the armed forces. And finally, the subject prize for BTEC Applied Law goes to Alice Critchlow. Alice excelled in law from the outset. Her resilience and determination never waned, resulting in the production of consistently outstanding work. Her ability to get to the nub of the legal problem was second to none, and demonstrated her excellent knowledge of the law and attention to detail. The Progress Prize for BTEC Applied Law goes to Zara Asif. Zara joined Applied Law ready to complete the two-year course in one, with no prior knowledge of the subject. But despite this extra challenge, she showed resilience and determination, which led to the achievement of a Distinction Star with ease. On behalf of the Social Sciences team, I'd like to congratulate the prize winners, but also all those within the class of 2020. We wish you all the best for your future endeavours. Thank you.
Thank you, Claire. That concludes our presentations for the Subject and Prose Awards. Our next award are for highest academic achievement. These awards are for students who achieved exceptional outcomes during their time at Huddersfield New College. Our first winner we've heard lots about already this evening is George Gomper. We heard from Dan about the exceptional quality of film writing that George was able to produce during his time on A-level film studies. And we also heard from Lorraine about George's phenomenal English literature ability, so good that he actually ended up having work he produced during his time with us published. But ultimately, George is a philosopher, and it was in philosophy, ethics and religion where George really excelled. I was fortunate enough to teach George for his extended project qualification, and the work that he produced was of genuinely outstanding quality. George has gone on to achieve A stars in A-level film studies, English literature, and philosophy, ethics and religion, and he achieved an A in his extended project qualification. So George is now reading philosophy at Nottingham University, and I've no doubt whatsoever that he will be an absolutely outstanding student of philosophy. Our other winner of the Outstanding Academic Achievement Award is Matthew Moran. We've heard a lot about Matt this evening as well from his maths teachers. Matt's mindset for maths was really phenomenal and first class. He spent huge amounts of time practicing his skills, and when he made mistakes in the work that he produced, he would always focus on improvements in that regard. He was always there to help fellow students, and he would often go to seek out his maths teachers to find extra support and ask for additional challenges. It was when Matt was applying maths to real life scenarios that he really came to life, so it's no surprise that he's gone on to study engineering at university. His outstanding mindset also applied to his other A-levels in chemistry and physics, where he was always willing to take risks and, most importantly, to make mistakes and to learn from those mistakes. Matt went on to achieve A stars in maths, chemistry and physics, and an A in AS Further Maths, and he's now studying engineering at Durham University. We also want to take the opportunity this evening to mention two students who have gone on to study at Oxford. They are Jack and Noah. So Noah Hudson achieved A stars in A-level maths, history, economics, and a B in his extended project qualification. Noah has gone to study PPE at Worcester College in Oxford. When asked by Angela, the principal, why he wanted to go to Worcester College, he provided the slightly unusual answer that it was the sporting facilities that attracted him to go there. So not only is Noah an outstanding student, he was also a fantastic footballer, and he played for the college's football academy. He's gone on to study politics, philosophy and economics at Worcester, and that came as no surprise to us because during his mock interview, when he met with Angela to have a grilling from her, His discussion and his comparison between Brexit and the break from Rome during the Reformation under Henry VIII demonstrate his ability to draw historical links. Jack Spencer achieved A stars in A-level biology, A-level history, and an A in A-level chemistry, and a distinction star in musical theatre, and an A in his AS level extended project qualification. Jack too wanted to go to Oxford University. He spent part of the summer of year 12 at a summer school in Oxford, and he impressed the tutors there so much during the summer school and during the admissions process that he was offered a place to read biomedical science at Keble College. Jack is a unique young man, as evidenced by his very unusual study programme, which he managed with aplomb. He appeared in every single college production during his 2 years at the college, and we have no doubt at all that he will be a notable alumni of the Oxford University Dramatic Society, alongside other great actors such as Rowan Atkinson, Ian McKellen, Michael Palin and Hugh Grant, as well as a famous scientist at some point in the near future, such as his determination and talent. I would like now to invite Angela back to the podium to do the level 5 presentations.
Hello again. Tonight we thought that we would take the opportunity to celebrate the achievements of our level 5 students. These are our students who study a foundation degree in sport and exercise science here with us at Huddersfield New College. And this year we had 9 young people who graduated from our college with a foundation degree in sport and exercise science. Now sadly, our course leader for our foundation degree, Jo Caton, can't be with us tonight, but she's asked me to tell you a little bit about each of those 9 graduates, because each and every one of them spent at least 4 years at the college with us, moving from level 3 usually extended diploma to level 5 in sport and exercise science, and some of them have spent 5 years with us. So these young people have spent a large part of their youth with us here at Huddersfield New College, and we just wanted this opportunity really to say thank you for giving us that time, for working with us, for being part of our foundation degree cohort, and for all graduating so successfully. So there are 9 young people who graduated. The first of those is Lewis Johnson. Lewis was actually the highest achiever on the foundation degree, achieving amazing grades, Jo says, throughout the 2 years. In addition, he also achieved a level 3 personal trainer award. Lewis has decided to complete the 3rd year of the degree course in sport and exercise science at York St John University. After this, a keen skier, Lewis hopes to become a ski instructor. Next up is Nathan Morgan. Nathan also achieved highly on the foundation degree course, just being picked to the post as the highest achiever by Lewis. He too also achieved a level 3 personal trainer award, and he too has progressed to the 3rd year of the degree course in sport and exercise science at York St John University. Nathan is a competitive bodybuilder and continues to compete at a national level. Then we have Eliza Binns. Towards the end of the 2nd year of the foundation degree course, Eliza secured a full-time job with LV Insurance, which meant that she had to complete the remaining work for the foundation degree course alongside a full-time job. She worked long hours to do this and is now a proud graduate of the foundation degree. Amelia Clark. Amelia worked extremely hard to achieve the foundation degree and along the way discovered a passion for exercise, health and wellness. She has secured a full-time job working at Kirklees Active Leisure as a swimming instructor and is thinking about completing the 3rd year of the full degree course in sport and exercise science at Huddersfield University next year. Amelia is an excellent cyclo-cross cyclist and has represented Yorkshire in this sport. Bradley Dawson is up next. Bradley is a talented juggler. He juggled studying for a foundation degree in sport and exercise science with a part-time job and childcare responsibilities. He also voluntarily coached a local junior football team. Bradley hopes to progress to Leeds Beckett University next year to complete the top-up year for the full degree. In the meantime, he is still juggling, this time a number of part-time jobs, including sport coaching. Jessica Matthewman. Jessica demonstrated remarkable determination to successfully complete the foundation degree course and the Level 3 Personal Trainer Award. She held down a part-time job throughout the 2 years of the course to enable her to save the monies to afford the third top-up year to the full degree. Her hard work and her resilience paid off. She is now at Sheffield Hallam University, completing the top-up year for the full degree course in sport and exercise science. Next is Jo Parker. Jo too has progressed onto a top-up year for the full degree in sport and exercise science, this time at York St John University. Jo thoroughly deserves his place there. Alongside his final year degree studies, Jo continues to work with local cycling teams, cleaning bikes on tour and ensuring that the riders have everything they need to help them to be winners. Next up, we have Callan Raunsley. Having won the college's Inspirational Student of the Year Award in 2018, Callan continued to be an inspiration on the foundation degree in sport and exercise science, despite the difficulties he faced. With 100% attendance, Callan graduated successfully from the foundation degree course. He also achieved a Level 3 Personal Trainer Award, and since completing the foundation degree course in the summer, has also passed his driving test. Well done, Callan. Callan is currently working for his wheelchair rugby team. And last but not least, we have Charlotte Reed. The team feared that lockdown would mean that Charlotte would not complete the foundation degree course this year. If a young person had to dig deep to do so, it was Charlotte. The team are absolutely delighted that she did dig deep, and that she too is a successful graduate of the course. This speaks volumes for her determination and her resilience. Charlotte is currently working full-time and supporting herself. Thank you.
Thank you, Angela. So all that remains is for me to say thank you to everyone who has joined us this evening. Thank you, our former students, for making the college what it is, a vibrant, inclusive, purposeful and fun learning community. Thank you to our phenomenal staff team. Without your dedication, expertise, professionalism and care, we wouldn't be able to celebrate the achievements that we've heard about this evening. Thank you our parents and carers with whom we work so closely, for your unstinting efforts to support